Our guest today, Kim Moore, is the head coach for the Western Michigan University women's golf team. She was born with a clubbed left foot and spina bifida, but that has not prevented her from playing collegiate golf for the University of Indianapolis first, and then being involved in coaching golf at the college level. Just last week, she won the inaugural US Adaptive Women's Open at Pinehurst. Kim, welcome to Back Nine Report.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Kim, this first ever event like this, so what was it like playing in this inaugural USGA national championship? The experience of just playing for a national title, that had to be really, really good stuff.
Yeah, it was very exciting. I've played in a number of adaptive and amputee type events. I've won the U.S. National Amputee Golf Championship a number of times and played in a number of different amputee events across the world. And but this was definitely a national championship feel. The USGA put on a great event, just like any USGA event you'd see out there: men's, women's open, amateur, team play. Any USGA event that they host, it was right up there with that. And just the amount of volunteers and spectators and officials, and just the experience and the environment of the event was top notch, and definitely made it feel like a national championship. It was just really exciting to be a part of the first one, and I know that they're going to make some little adjustments and some changes here and there, and to make it even better. So I'm just super excited to be a part of it going forward, and hopefully I can win it and get my name on that trophy again.
Yeah. You get the first spot, so that's pretty cool. We were at Frankenmuth at the Fortress a couple years ago when they had the national adaptive championship there. A lot of international players came in. A lot of international players were at Pinehurst as well. And the USGA actually had a representative there that week at the Fortress at Frankenmuth, kind of laying the groundwork for starting this first event. So they brought that to fruition. They spent a couple years studying it and make sure they got everything right. And so it looks like they did. So second question I want to ask you, you got to Pinehurst. I understand it's your first trip there. What'd you think about Pinehurst number 6 and the whole area?
It's just, if you ever get a chance to go there, it's a great experience. Pinehurst number 6 was challenging. It was definitely suitable for adaptive golf. Didn't have any crazy huge slopes or anything like that. There were greens were elevated, and it was definitely a challenging golf course. But it was in great shape. I had to get used to it being up north here in Michigan and Indiana. I had to get used to that grass down there, and it took me some time, but it was in excellent shape. The greens were great. But just overall wonderful golf course, wonderful place to be with the history of that venue, and I'm looking forward to going back there again next year.
You've had the opportunity to coach teams that have made it to the NCAA national championships. You've had several players earn academic All-America honors over the years. But this has to rank right up there with some of the best experience. And as you said earlier, you've won some national adaptive championships before, but this has to rank right up there on your list of pretty cool things that you've done.
Yeah, this one ranks right up there with the award that's named after me. I have an NCAA award, WGCA award named after me, and that was definitely one of the biggest highlights of my career. And then this one came along, and it's definitely brought the most publicity and the most notoriety to the event, and it's just a pretty cool experience. And the trophy is one of the biggest trophies I've ever had, and it's really cool to be a part of, and just the prestige and honor behind it, and the fact that with this championship, my name's engraved in the Hall of Champions right next to Ben Hogan and Tiger Woods and Annika Sorenstam and just all the greats. And it's very humbling in that aspect, but definitely right up there with a lot of the achievements I've had in my career.
Yeah, it's really good stuff. Hey, Kim, let's switch gears here a little bit. As a college coach at a mid-level university, Is name, image, and likeness affecting your recruiting and your ability to bring in young women into your program?
Um, it's a very new concept. I know some of the big major schools. There's a lot of publicity around that. For us, it's not huge right now, especially mid-major, especially golf. We haven't had tons of interaction. With the rules and NCAA regulations against that, a lot of the universities kind of out of those contracts and out of those negotiations. But we haven't had tons of exposure to the NIL field yet. But I know that our university is doing a great job of giving education to our student athletes on how to kind of cope and navigate that with some resources that we have here on campus and at our institution to just try to guide them and help them a little bit more. But I know, right now it's not a huge factor for us, not a huge factor in our recruiting. But I think, down the road, it could lead to some challenges and, staying ahead of the game.
What can we expect from the Western Michigan University Broncos women's golf team this fall?
Well, we have a lot of new faces coming in. I graduated 4 this past year, so I have 4 new faces coming in this year. That's half my team. I have 8 players total, so we definitely have some excitement, some fresh environment for our team. Looking to play in some great events. We have one of our top players coming back, and some new players that I think will really step right in and play well and play a lot for us. The summer events that they've been playing in have really made me excited. So, just looking forward to get starting with that. And, hopefully we can improve on, some of our MAC finishes. And, that's kind of the goal that I have. And just continue to get better and better.
How do you beat Kent State?
That's a great question. Nobody's done it yet. So
nobody's done it yet.
Yeah. So, that's always the goal. It's just a matter of time. Somebody's going to have to, but they're definitely a very challenging program. They're very good. They're very talented, and, it's going to take something special to beat them. But, it's just about having the right mentality and knowing that you can do that. And, that's my goal. I come into anything, any program, any tournament, trying to win and trying to do my best. And so that's my goal. But yeah, tough to beat, but I think somebody's got to do it. So why not us?
Well, Kim, we want to wish you the best of luck in the MAC and with your women's golf team this fall. And again, congratulate you on the great win at the inaugural USGA's U.S. National Adaptive Women's Open down at Pinehurst last week. So good luck to you going forward.
Thank you. Thank you so much. It was a pleasure. I appreciate the time, and thanks so much for reaching out, and good luck to you.